undercoating season is upon us. It's a chilly morning this morning. 0 degrees, feels like -2, a little bit of frost. It's not too bad in here, probably 12 or 15. So, but before I get undercoating, gotta do some work to this thing. I have a new trigger gun assembly for this. I don't know how many vehicles this thing is undercoated. I think I wrote the date on the bottom of it. First time used, April 2020. So there you go. It's 5.5 years of service. It's done probably 150, 200 vehicles, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, got a new replacement. That is worn in the old one and it blows oil all over your hands, so that's not cool. And when I was trying to clean the old gun, the needle inside was right full of gravel from working in a gravel driveway. And the last time I used this, it was kind of plugging up all the time and it wasn't feeding oil properly. And I'm guessing there's oil inside. So I'm gonna have to take a few of these things off, take this pickup tube out of here because it goes all the way to the bottom, and pull it out of there and try and get the gravel out of it. This tank's kind of hard to hold on to, and I wanted to put the impact on that to just try and break it free, but I can't find my adapter to go from the 1/2-inch impact to the 3/4 sockets. It's not where it's supposed to be, and instead of looking for it, I thought it'd be easier to phone Dad and ask him, but he's got nothing either, so I'll figure this out. There. Got it turned enough to get that out of there. Should be able to spin this out of here now. See, when this thing wasn't spraying, I was trying to thin the oil with obviously used motor oil because it's kind of black looking. That oil's quite thin, that should spray no problem, but it was not. So when I get this all cleaned out, I'll run some varsol through it and hopefully that does the trick. Oh boy. Like guaranteed to make a mess every time. Well, at least it didn't go completely down the drain. So I'm guessing there's probably gravel and stuff in this pickup tube, so I was gonna blow some compressed air through it. Nothing really came out of it that I saw. That's supposed to be the volume screw. Leaks kind of around that. You gotta put it right in one spot for it to leak the least. Like, it doesn't look horrible, but I would like to get as much of that oil out of there as I can before I put varsol in there. Yeah, that'll work. I'll let that drain out for a minute. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. That white strip on that pail is a chunk of mud flap, and I was using it as a scraper, and I got a bit of oil kind of scooped into the bottom, but there's still a bunch stuck to the side, so. Getting a bit more out. Do not reuse container. Okay. The threads on this regulator, like the last 2 threads were cracked and broke off. So I took the grinder and cut it off. And I just filed the threads the best I can and it'll still thread back on. But this hole like was concave before to match into that fitting. I don't know if it's a JIC or what it's called. But it's pretty well flat now, so I'm gonna take a drill bit and just try and put a bit of an edge on that so it kind of mates properly into the female fitting there. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Maybe a bit bigger drill bit, a little more surface area. Yikes. I don't know if I'm just ruining this fitting at this point. The brass is so soft that it's taking big gouges out of it, and I don't really want that. Turn the speed up on the lathe. That's all back together. Got to get the gun on the hose changed. Get the hose back on, and then there's still some varsol in there, and I'll go outside and run her through. I'm gonna pressurize it and just run the varsol through it and hopefully clean it all out. Probably have to turn the pressure back up a bit. Like, it should be just coming out in a steady stream, but it's like hit and miss, like it's still plugged. I wonder if this stuff kills weeds. Just about 2 weeks later, there's your answer if varsol works as weed killer. That thing looks pretty crispy, and all the weeds are kind of dead where I was spraying it, so. It's still not coming out properly. There's gotta be still something plugged in that. So I'm taking this back apart. I just took this piece off and a little piece of gravel came out of it. Now that's the out. Oh. Well, look at that. Wonder what that yellow. I know what that is, and look at the stones that just come out of there. I wonder if that was the only thing that was blocking that. I'm still gonna take this apart. There's gotta be, look at the gravel. But that yellow is chunks of this thing from stirring. Interesting. So I got the rest of the unit pulled apart. That's the volume screw out of there. And I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but I can see clear. Oh, there's the daylight. That hole, you can look straight through the tube and it's clear. There's nothing blocking that. That's air in, so there should not be gravel in that part. I took that out and there's like a check ball in there. That's just air in this side. And then this is the out on this side. No more gravel came out of it. That was definitely blocking something, so I'll put this back together and hopefully that was the tip. So after rinsing this thing out with water a couple times, I put the Dawn dish soap in there, spraying it out with the hose. Like, there's still pieces of gravel down in there, and it's like they're stuck in there. So I'm gonna try something here. Learned this trick from Andrew Camerata. You put, oh, I should try and dump that out first. But you just jam a couple paper towels inside, and then you use compressed air and blow it around, and it blows the paper towels all around, and it kind of dries the inside out. Just from spraying water in here this afternoon, like, the inside of this is already rusting. Like, you wouldn't think that'd work at all, but it surprisingly does. Oops. Look at that. That's impressive. I'm gonna throw a few more in just to do it once more, but that's great. This is it, the moment of truth. It's all back together. Got the air plugged in. Let's see if this bad boy is gonna spray. No, that's oil. Oh, baby. Look at that. That's just nice. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that is just grand. My goodness. Well, I'm glad that's working now. That is going to make undercoating so much more pleasant. Let the games begin.